Good morning, everyone. Man, best day of the week, Saturday. Once again. Good morning, Mr. Knives Are Life, Mr. Ground Fog, Mr. TC Blades, Mr. Ed Durbin, Mr. Christopher Hinckley, Mr. Hope you gentlemen are doing great this morning. I myself am doing well. Thanks for asking. I had an odd night at the hotel. Our elevator's been going out, so that was an issue. Then I had some old lady claim that someone stole her basket of clothes and asked me why the laundry room was locked. And I was totally confused. So I went up there, and the laundry room on the second floor was not unlocked. And she said her clothes were sitting right here on this bench, and someone just stole them. And so she was all, and then I was like, well, how did that happen? Because I had just been up there not long before that, going to the maintenance room to get some sandpaper. I'll explain that in a minute. And the maintenance room is right off the guest laundry, and the door wasn't closed or locked, and so she was convinced somebody had taken her clothes. Come to find out, she had gone up to the third floor that looks exactly the same when you get off the elevator, and sat her clothes on the bench there, and knocked on a random storage closet door thinking it was the laundry room door. Anyway, she was blaming all kinds of stuff, and it was really just her being senile and going to the wrong floor. So I figured all that out, and I found her basket for her. And by that time, she had collected all the cleaning supplies at somebody's laundry detergent and stuff, and like bleach and whatever that somebody had left in the laundry room. Because she was convinced that those belonged to whoever stole her clothes, so she brought all that to the desk, saying that we should keep it because the person stole her clothes, it belonged to them, and crazy ordeal. But it ended up just being a senile old lady who went to the wrong floor and knocked on a closet door thinking it was the laundry. So that was kind of exciting. I guess. Not really. But good morning, Sever7 and Andrew, by the way. I'm glad to hear you're feeling a little better, Mr. Ed. Yeah, there's always something crazy going on around a hotel. At least it wasn't meth pipes and domestic violence tonight or last night. So last night to work, of course, I carried for the second day in a row. Good morning, Pete. I carried my tiger and my Namzan. Well, I just call it my Zon. You got a Griffin Bladeworks Mini Reaper in for review. It's a custom and it's badass. Well, that sounds super cool, Mr. Sever7. But yeah, these knives made it to the pocket 2 days in a row. They're so nice. I'm still really liking the sliciness of this hollow grind on this blade. And it's the first recurve that I haven't minded because it's not a massive recurve. Noomzon. Yeah, Zon. It's a Zon. That's what it'll be. So yeah, I carried those. Good morning, Mr. JT. How are you doing, sir? So I carried these most of the night, or half the night, but I had some stuff in the mailbox, of course, yesterday. So I took this one out of my pocket and I put another one in my pocket during the night. But let's get to those things. So Oh, by the way, I have the best automatic knife I've ever gotten. I would say it's Grail level. I'm not sure if I want to show you all that yet. I might hold off on that one. But let's see here. So we'll start with this one. I got this one yesterday. And this is it's a Piron, not a Pirion. It's a Piron Blade Works. I want to call it the Gandorf from Lord of the Rings, but it's the Gallendorf. I think he was inspired by a fantasy, but this is the Gallendorf clone. It is a clone of a custom Aperon Blade Works, and it is a wild knife. I showed that to y'all when I ordered it. I told you it was a big knife, and it's probably right up Ed's alley. It would take great pictures, but surprisingly, so when I got it, the lock bar was way too tight and it caused lock stick. Well, I tuned it during the night, and now it's got great action, and surprisingly, it's very comfortable in the hand, and it's partly due to that curve that I was talking about that just fits right in your hand perfect. And very comfortable. You could actually do a lot of work with this knife, even though it is as weird looking as it is. It doesn't look very usable, but it is. And something I noticed, weird design aspect, this circle that he put in for the sharpening choil here is the same size as the circle for the cleaver part. So that's a pretty, see if I put my finger over it there, you can see that they're pretty much the same size circles. So that was a cool little design aspect he added. But like I said, if you look up on Arizona Blade Works, it's Apeiron. So a Piron Blade Works Gallendorf, Galdorf. But I'm pretty sure it's named after, it's like a fantasy knife after Lord of the Rings, Gandalf. Sorry, I don't know what I said earlier, but possibly. But anyway, I had that, and I got that yesterday. And then secondly, I got this, which is the Winter Blade type utility knife. And this thing has got great build quality. It's actually better than the factor clones, but it came with these two marks on it that really pissed me off. So I don't know if you can see there, but those are bad marks. They won't come off with anything. They're pretty much snails, or where the bead blasting on this aluminum didn't take or something messed up, but I've done everything I can to try to get them off other than bead blasting. And since it's got the tritium inserts here, I can't bead blast the tritium inserts, or tritium, sorry, tritium, whatever. So I cannot, so I messaged them because I was pissed and was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to send it back? You want to give me some money back? Good morning, Dan Stan. So they gave me $10 back on it. But I'm getting out my blacklight here. You can see how nice the tritium inserts are. And how bright they get. Charge up my watch too. Aha, you can see the lume on my watch really good when I do that. Black lights are awesome, or ultraviolets, to charge up stuff that glows. They do it pretty instant, or they do it instantly. But anyway, you can see how bright those are. But anyway, this thing has great action. Little utility blade. It does come with extra blades in the box here. So it came with a little pack of probably 5 blades. You pull out this little foam insert, and then it's got a little keychain tool and extra blades. So it came with that. And then, like I said, the action on this thing is great. Lockup's great. I took it apart because I went to the maintenance room and I got some sandpaper, and not sandpaper, but one of those foam sand pads, and I tried to sand this off, but I couldn't really get it. I got it a little better. It's not terrible, but I took a picture to post to show how good the build quality was on this thing. And it's very nice on the inside. It's got very good lockup. Cool little fidgety utility knife. Does have where you can get a good grip on it with this. I like the little front little thing they put on here to keep your finger off the blade. So I think you could probably use this and not hurt yourself. The link for this is in the links channel if y'all are interested in one. I think this one was like 34 bucks, and the one without the tritium is 32 bucks or something. It was a couple bucks extra for that. So that was the second one I got yesterday in the mailbox. And why did I not? Oh, it goes like that. So yeah, that's cool. Let me show you real quick since we're here. Morning, Waylon. Hey, so what happened? What happened? Did I ever start streaming? Did I stop streaming at some point? Have I been just talking to myself? What happened? Something messed up with OBS. Have y'all heard me at all? Good morning, by the way. Man, I've been talking to myself for 12 minutes, I guess. Unless something happened with OBS. How long did it cut off for? Has it been going? Did it stop? You heard everything? My stupid... Alright, I don't know what happened. So y'all heard me talking about this knife? Okay. Alright. Because it just... My OBS just said start streaming. And my... It stopped for like 1 second. Alright, I don't know what happened with OBS, but it glitched out for a second. Alright, we're good. Sorry, man. I thought I had to start over. But let me show you one little thing real quick here, since y'all can't actually hear me. In the modding channel, I put a picture of the insides of it. But you can see it's got pretty good build quality. The side that I took off is rounded off on the inside, but pretty decent quality. It didn't fall apart when I took that side off. These knives are kind of fun to work on. So there's the inside of it, as you can see how it all works. But I was impressed with the milling of this. And then here's the insides of the Gallendorf. Just a plain build. Something weird about it is it looked like they used copper lining on the inside of the pivot, which is weird. Maybe they, I don't know, brass maybe, copper. It's got a little bit of dirt, some shmoo around it. And I noticed some shmoo, some burning at the end of the blade here where the lock bar hits it, where they cut it off with a cutoff wheel. So that doesn't lead me to believe that in the heat temper of this. But this knife was only 56 bucks for titanium and D2 blade steel. So I can't imagine it's great quality. Can't wait to show y'all this Grail automatic I got. Y'all know I don't like automatics too much, but man, this one is something special. I just couldn't keep myself. It's super cool. I don't know when I want to show it. If I want to show it now or make y'all wait. Guess I'll make you wait a little while. Oh yeah, let me tell you about yard sales this morning. Not much with the yard sale, but I don't know if y'all remember, but a couple of weeks ago when I bought that backpack at a yard sale, there was some stuff inside the backpack and it included a little hatchet. Well, the hatchet handle needed to be replaced. As you can see, it's seen better days. So I pulled it out and because I was going to make a new handle for this hatchet because it's a nice little hatchet head. So this morning at a yard sale, I found an old axe handle for 50 cents. And axe handles are made to be pretty strong. This one is split at the end too, so it had some issues. But it has plenty of handle left for me to make a little hatchet handle. So I'm going to whittle some of this down and make me a new hatchet handle for this little hatchet. Made out of hickory. Yeah, it's probably hickory. It's definitely a hardwood, and it's nice wood. So I got that for 50 cents. And then this guy had like a ton of tools, and I didn't feel like going through all his tool stuff. He had like all kinds of trailers. So I just grabbed a couple of C-clamps for 50 cents because you can't ever have enough C-clamps. I'll put this one in my Evapo Rust and it'll come back to life, and I'll straighten out this little handle. Somebody has really cranked down on this thing, but you can't have enough C-clamps. So I grabbed, yeah, I could blast this too, huh? I could blast the C-clamp. Yeah, you always need some good metal C-clamps. So I got those for 50 cents. So I spent $1 at yard sales this morning. Let's see. What's next? I wanted to, yeah, I like this thing way more than I thought I would. You can reverse flick off of the cleaver hole. And like I said, this thing had lock stick like crazy, and now it's got great action. And it's way more comfortable than I thought it would be. Like this thing would really get in and chop some stuff. Yeah, blast the axe. Yeah, I'll do that too. Little hatchet head. I didn't see any maker's marks on it, but it's not a bad, it's not sharp, but I can sharpen it up too. That's true. I don't want to mix the rust with my media. Good call, Waylon. I've got a tub of Evapo Rust, and that stuff works awesome. Like, I don't know if y'all watch videos on that stuff, but that stuff is crazy. You just let stuff sit in there for a little while, and it just turns stuff back to factory. Yeah, Evapo Rust is the bomb. I guess I won't make y'all wait any longer on this auto I got. Not sure y'all are worthy. Maybe you are. So it came in this unassuming little brown box and this pouch. So let's take a look at it here. Get it out of its pouch. It's actually got something in it I need to put to the side here. Alright, so check out my Grail Auto. So it's got a safety on it, but watch out, this is a banger. It's way more than $3, and it is a bang banger. And it has an adjustable flashlight on it for a scope that you can turn on by twisting it. So check that thing out. This was all of $12 on Amazon. I will show y'all the link, but it does have a lock for the button. Whoa, I thought it had a lock for the button. It does have a lock for the button, but just be careful you don't slide that lock off when you get close to the button. But this thing, I mean, Phillips head pivot and all. Look, nice Phillips head pivot. Oh, I want to show you the most amazing thing about this knife. And this is something special that you don't find on every knife. So let's do a pocket check on this knife. So we got a pocket here. Yes, it's just a pocket. And we want to put this knife in the pocket, right? So is it tip up or tip down carry? Well, it is tip down carry, and it's mounted halfway up the knife. So when you put this in your pocket, like so, like so, you've got quick access to your auto. Why in the world would they mount the clip in the middle of the knife? I guess it's for quick draw. I mean, you know, you're in the town square and you got to draw on somebody. You got to be able to pull it out quick. And then, boom. Yeah, I don't know. This thing is pretty awesome, though. And they make different models. Here, let's go look at it. I think it's called, heck, I don't know. I think it might be called an AK-47 knife or something weird like that. Let's see. AK-47 knife. There we go. So we got silver and black models. I got it for $12.99, I'm pretty sure. Maybe $13.99. Uh-oh, we got one with a scope. It's got sights on it. What the heck? Oh, that literally does say AK-47 on it. That's not the one. This is the one. You got to get this one. And I had to get the black one. They make a silver one, but the black one looks way more like an actual little rifle. The silver one, that's too fancy. But they are on Amazon. I think the one I bought, I don't know which one I actually bought. Oh yeah, it's for a bayonet mount, huh? This one, I mean, is it really that big? Is it big enough to actually mount? No, it can't be. Look at that thing sticking out of the pocket. What are these people thinking? Look at the bayonet mount just perched off to the side there. Yeah, it's only 4.7. What do they call that? Does it have a feature? Oh no, they don't want you. They don't want to name it. They just want you to be in awe of its style. All right. Oh wait. Uh-oh. We got 3 different sizes. You get a 3-pack. You can have your own duel. Large, medium, and small. Well, heck. What in the world? We got a 3-pack. Uh-oh. We got a custom stock one. That one's got the same fancy clip on the side. I guess the clip, you know, interfered with the functioning of the knife. They had to put the circle. I don't know. It was so well thought out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now we're into gun knives. What is going on? What rabbit hole have I gone down now? And y'all know I'll have a whole bag of these things in a few weeks. I'll have every model they make tucked away in some one of these little stupid zipper bags. No, I did not see Transparent's Knives post about rad knives on Instagram. Are you talking about the same rad knives that I was talking about yesterday? Oh, you don't like this knife, Ed? I think this knife is classic. I couldn't wait to show it to you guys. Especially when I didn't even know it was an auto, and then it arrived and I hit the button and the blade swung out. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, the guy's name is Colin that did Rad Knives. No, I'm fine. If you don't think this knife is cool, I don't know if we can be friends, Ed. Because that's the best Mall Ninja knife ever. Let's see. Transparent Knives. Transparent lingerie? No, thank you. Is this it? Before I click on it. No, I haven't talked about those deals. I don't even remember what those deals were, Pete. I can't get to my Instagram as easy as I can the Discord without showing a bunch of stuff. Let me see what this says. Hold on, let me turn my volume up. Relay them over to Discord if you don't care. And I'll bring them up here in a second.
Good morning, guys. So today I am going to call out a knife maker because I am sick and tired of his incredibly greedy, hypocritical, and possibly stupid behavior. And the knife maker I'm talking about is Rad Knives. It's a knife maker named Colin.
Yeah, Colin.
And this knife maker used to be, Rad Knives used to be a very, very popular and sought after knife maker. Still is. I mean, he has a very loyal following who is probably going to be incredibly mad at me for making this video, but I don't care because in my
Oops, what the heck happened?
mind, they are victims. So, Rad Knives is known for a basic titanium frame lock with a cleaver blade that he calls the field cleaver. Okay, this is a very, very popular knife model, you know, used to get cloned and all that, which is ironic when we talk about the subject of this video. But basically, Rad Knives, he came out with a production line of his field cleaver that is going to be made in China by Riot. Now, this is not in itself an issue. Plenty of custom knife makers go to China to get production runs of custom designs made. Okay, this is very common. However, the reason why it's a problem in this case is for 3 reasons. First, the hypocrisy, right? Second, the price. And third, the way he's organizing his runs. And I'm going to get into all 3 of those things. So first, let's talk about the hypocrisy. So, Colin of Rad Knives is one of those alpha male knife makers, you know, super tatted up, you know, masculine, blah, 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 like, right? Like, he's one of those, like, very, like, America, you know, and he's one of those types of knife makers. You know the type I'm talking about, where you never would have thought he would get knives made in China, especially considering the fact that he used to stamp "fuck China" on his knives. A lot of people don't know this, but I have the pictures to prove it. And so, for a knife maker who is very America first and stamps "fuck China" on his knives, it's a bit hypocritical to suddenly come and say, yeah, you know, I haven't been working in a while, I need some money, so I'm gonna do a production run of knives made in China, and then I'm gonna sell them, and this is the second point, the price. I'm gonna sell them for over $700 each.
Wow.
Okay, so
$700.
you're telling me you're doing a 300 unit run, which is
What
minimum
the
order
heck?
quantity for Riot. You're gonna do a 300 order run of knives that are
Yeah, I
basic
can't watch
titanium
this
frame
for
locks, likely
10
cost
minutes.
less than $200 a unit if I'm being generous.
Wait, whoops. That sucked.
Good morning, guys. So today I am going to call out a Kickstarter or whatever works, get shop space, and do all that to do production runs of knives in the United States. I believe
see what he
that
says.
if your minimum profit, right, is that I was actually looking into how he even got 50 units made because, like I said, Riot has a minimum order quantity of 300. It's possible that this man is so stupid. It's possible. I'm just gonna say, it's possible
might
that
be
he's
why
so
the price
stupid
is
that
so
he
high.
actually got 50 prototypes. In which case, he paid the prototype price for each unit, which is $500 from Riot for a prototype. In which case, he only made made $300 per unit when he was charging $800 per prototype. Granted, he was also doing auctions and stuff where some of the Chinese Riot made knives were going for over $2,000 on auction. Anyway, these people are interesting, but
Wow, that's
the point
pretty crazy.
is sensitive to price, where people are saying, "Oh my God, Leatherman!" Like with criticism.
Oh yeah, I've got a video to show y'all. Let's go right into it. But right here on the table, as you can see, I've got my Rad Knives cleaver that I did not clone, that I did not pay $2,000 for on auction. And I've got my Rad Knives Shepherd next to the best auto in the world, the unstoppable AK-47 auto. But yeah, I love the but I believe Ed said he had, what'd you say? You have 2 of the clone? Oh, yeah. I think you got these same 2 that I got, Ed. I love the Shepherd. It's a big boy. But I got a cool video I wanted to show y'all. It's Adam Savage from Mythbusters.
Which is his problem, not mine.
Well,
And yeah, I'm just gonna say that this is the type of behavior that I hate seeing in the knife community. This is the type of greedy behavior that I'm just like, I'm very sick of, because like it's just
all right, stop crying.
it is what it is. So anyway,
All right, so check this out. This is super cool.
Tremendous
This is
amount of ambition about
Hacksmith's.
making It's gone to another level, and I'll get to that. I'll get to that
Hold on.
shortly.
Okay.
So, I was a Boy Scout back in the day, and I loved Swiss Army knives. I had no idea it would inspire my logo 20 years later, but we set out to create the ultimate everyday carry.
No.
Basically, a Swiss Army knife reimagined using modern materials, advanced technologies, and tools that you actually use. Because
so this thing's pretty cool.
Swiss Army knives been around for a while.
We're gonna have to skip through a bunch of it because he explained some of the design in a little too much depth.
So I want to start this little presentation by showing you my old Swiss Army knife.
Sure. Oh wow! Wait, what happened? Did you ritually destroy this?
We cut it in half
With the new
with the Smith blade.
What? That is a magnificent narrative passing of the torch. Before we even get into this, I am curious about how you started thinking blue sky. Like, was there a thing from a multi-tool you took as a handle to start with, or did you guys just sit down with a whiteboard and like, what is our dream?
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to do this is I love Leatherman.
Yeah.
But I've never managed to actually every day
Leathermen
carry
are too
one
big.
because they're pretty big and bulky.
Yeah.
And then the keychain ones are not, they don't have that many tools.
My Leatherman started to destroy
this is
my
a good
car
idea.
history.
Yeah.
I haven't watched this
basically,
video,
that's where the
so we're
idea
going to see it
began
together.
could we make an everyday carry that you actually everyday carry, and can we make it useful enough that it's really going to come in clutch when you need to?
So that's a matter of what its qualities are, but
Well,
also
we're going to have to
form
skip
factor.
through some of
So
this
you
because
were
it's kind of a long
striving
video.
for something that was a sleeker form factor.
Exactly. It weighs 88 grams. A normal Swiss Army knife weighs 100. A Leatherman about 250. It's a titanium body with a frame lock design. So we started with the base knife and shape that we liked. So I've been calling it reverse Tonto. The knife community sometimes is like, it's this or that, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, sure.
And then we just started very blue sky. What tools can we add and what would be useful? The main standout feature of the Smith blade is the integrated bit storage and 4mm driver. And the way it actually works is really quite cool because you drop the bits in the middle, you push down, and you slide it in, and that's the hexagon.
So those springs don't pressure back, they pressure up.
Yes.
Ish.
There's more to it.
Oh, no.
So,
Sorry, I'll stop jumping in.
Yeah,
we
this
came
is
up
the
with
part
this
we're going to have
design
to
and
skip through a
3D
little
printed it.
bit.
It was super easy.
Yeah.
And then we asked our manufacturer, one of our manufacturers in China, if it could be machined, and they said expert. This is double chamfer.
He goes
So,
through a bunch of
sideways to in.
chamfering and how they got the slots made.
We actually had a fully functional prototype, a nub that you jam in there to keep the bits from falling
and when
in.
you drop it, you
Because
don't
what
want
we
the bits
found
to fly
becomes
out.
really hard to remove. And
So it's got magnets.
And the problem was it actually worked. Huge heat affected zone, so you're going to kill. Maybe with the bits in when you drop it.
Yeah.
Fidget experience that also with some practice, you can one-hand it if you're under the exact problem.
Let's see the actual, what's going on.
So the hex goes in.
All right, so he talks about the shape of this
It's just
channel.
like, and
Way too long.
because that's a hard impact.
And then they bounced it off a concrete floor and they wouldn't fall out.
Is it's actually racking the bit. Like if you look close, the bit is actually sitting up. So we're actually tilting it in favor of the
that little
lip.
one sheet of paper thick lip that holds the back of the bit in.
And now you can drop it and the bits don't fall out. Sometimes they will dislodge the magnet just a bit. And if you drop it again, then the bits will fall off.
Okay, yeah.
And I feel like it's a reasonable expectation that if you drop your knife, when you pick it up, you look at it and you might click it back into place before you put it in your pocket.
So go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I have so many questions.
All right, show us the knife.
The road. So you want the really
show us the bits.
Works best with as many bits out there as possible.
Gotcha.
So our bit retention works best with our bits because we have the short hexagon shank. Because the thing with 4mm bits is sometimes you'll get ones where the hexagon is almost the whole length of the bit.
Right.
And if you have a tiny Phillips, you're not going to stick it in the hole. It's the most annoying thing ever.
Right. Yes.
So because we ordered our own bits, we were able to have a long shank, and we actually made our bits slightly longer. So standard 4mm bits are about 28 millimeters. Ours are actually 32 because we had enough space to give you just a bit more reach.
And a little more space means it's one more bit of electronics you can actually get to.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now that we have that, is great, and you can use other bits. LTT bits also have a very long test on our bits.
Come on.
And then you kick out of that's the standard. This spec.
Okay, bits.
Measuring.
Does it work like that and like that?
Yep. Use along the blade, so then you get more measuring space.
Nice.
Oh,
The ruler actually continues along the blade, so then you get.
Fabulous.
got a
And
ruler
on the Pro Edition,
along
the
the
ruler
side.
actually continues along the blade, so then you get more
Nice,
measuring space.
Nice.
We got a bubble level.
I love the bubble level, and the
got
bubble
a
level
level.
works. Does it work like that
Yep.
and like that?
Yep.
Great, amazing.
Yeah, we made sure that
Double
everything was
bubble
recessed.
And it's like a not a water in there. It's just something slightly thicker.
I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay. The
We
bubble
don't
goes
manufacture
nice and
that
slow.
part.
Okay.
On the Founders Edition, tritium, still glow for 15, 20 years. You got a tungsten scribe and glass breaker.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Tungsten scribe
Now,
and glass breaker.
I see a pry bar.
Yeah, you got your bottle opener, pry bar, and staple puller. It's great for pulling
nice.
staples. And now the blade. So, you notice it's kind of noisy.
There's a ratchet.
It sounds like a ratchet, but it's not. So we have ceramic bearings, because normally when you're making a nice knife, you try and make it as smooth and as we went the opposite way. So because we were taking the knife apart so many times,
Whoops.
and this is a frame lock design, so there's a little ball detent
Right,
there,
yeah.
and that's what holds the blade shut. Well, what I noticed, because we were taking the knives apart, was the ball detent was actually scribing a perfect radius on the knife. And then I was like,
now it's an angle.
what if I just put more detents on the blade? And now we have a 15-degree protractor.
Whoa! Oh, dude.
It's got a protractor
Oh,
built in
that's
because he put
kinda
multiple
great.
detent holes.
And what I love about it is it doesn't take up any space.
Right.
If you don't know it exists,
You
just
never-
don't know it exists.
Right.
And I love when design can be hidden like that, where it's not, I didn't sacrifice anything to add that.
Yeah.
And the thing I really liked about it is it now has a signature sound, unlike any other pocket knife out there. And when you flick it open, it's
Right.
and everything from our light edition, which so we have the light edition 7-in-1,
Yep.
standard 14-in-1, and pro 21-in-1, and all of them have the protractor.
sound.
So they all sound like that. So, for example, this is a gold light, and it also
Dude, it's a great.
Does that.
That's a great little addition.
Yeah, and then-
Sorry, go ahead.
And we weren't sure if people would like it, but I haven't found a single person who's like, I don't like the noise. We even, so
No one minds a.
yeah.
No one minds that.
So we local to us, actually in Niagara Falls, there's Grimsmo Knives, and he actually runs a YouTube channel, and he does deep dives into the CNC machining of his knives.
Yeah.
And he makes $1,000 knives.
Right.
And to put digitability,
All right.
incredible putting it
I think
together.
we've seen about all the
If you
features we
knife
need to see this thing.
here and there, and then you just put a bit of pressure, spin, and pull. So
Oh, it's got
literally,
wire
you
cutters,
just put
too.
the wire in there, and then you just put a bit of pressure, spin, and pull.
It's got little channels cut
lovely.
out
You know
to
where I
lay
got the idea
wire
from
in
that?
there.
Did you know Swiss Army knives have a wire stripper?
Yes, it's.
YouTube, but to twist.
It's got a lot
The
of
descending
features that are
holes.
super cool.
That's for different wire gauges.
Oh wow! Oh.
And because it's supported on either side fully, it works so, like if you have a strap of wire,
you
we
just
can
twist, and
and just pull. The other thing I really like about this is we have a reversible belt clip, so you can put it here or there.
Gotcha.
In this
Oh,
position,
nice.
that hole, which is standard house wire, pokes up to the underside of the belt
And
clip,
still
and
gives
it's
you-
a 10mm perfect strip
Amazing. Wow. Striker,
in the back, and you can either use
It's got a fire.
a flint striker.
in the back, and you can either use the bits or the tweezer.
Oh wait, tweezer.
Oh, sorry, that was the other best part.
So it just slots right down.
Yeah, and when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's gonna fall out. It does not fall out because the tweezers self-retain
Yeah, the
themselves.
bubble laser, the measurement.
And
like
you
that's a
guys
pretty
ended
cool
up
little
putting
tool.
Flint right here
I will have
for
to
a
say.
striker. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Finalizing like the design and maybe
How much?
making the pro and the stand a few more on their way. So I made this nice little display piece.
Look at that.
Where I kept the knife in the picture frame that it was machined out of, and I taped it off, bead blasted that, and
Well, that's
installed
pretty
all
cool.
the hardware.
Dude.
So it's a nice little airplane safe.
No,
He
I
kept
love
a
You can
CNC
take
that.
around
blank
and show people.
where it was milled out of and put all the
That is
hardware
so
on it.
Beautiful. Saw
2 days.
That's pretty cool.
You are the very first person outside of Hacksmith Industries to
so excited.
So there's the box.
we engraving the serial number.
I have
Serial
glitter.
numbers.
you're
How much?
solving
I don't
a
know.
problem that
Hacksmith?
you actually have.
Let's see if they got a
And
listing.
that's something that I feel like big
Kickstarter.
companies, it's very easy to loot.
Back this project. Hold on, let me make sure my name doesn't pop up. Hold on. All right. What is Canadian money? Oh, okay. It shows the difference. Let's see the price. So the light version, the 7-in-1 with the PVD coating, is around $109. Oh, actually, anodized is $99. The PVD coating is $109. The Smith blade, the one he just showed, is $197, which is very good price. I mean, it's comparable price to a high-priced Leatherman without the pliers, and the form factor is much better in my opinion. And then the Pro is $249. So $199, $249, $99. They got one for everybody, and you can get all three for $499. So you save $50 getting all three of them. And you can get a 10-pack or a 5-pack. Yeah. So there's the price of them. What happened? So what happened? I think we're back. I guess Tested doesn't like people showing. I'm back, right? I don't know what happened. I just looked up and y'all were saying, yeah, I guess Tested doesn't like when people share their stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'll get a strike for that. I mean, I can't get a strike for that. They won't let me like monetize it, but I'll have to like cut that part out when it goes back. After the video finishes, I'll just edit that part out. Like, it'll do it automatically for me. Yeah, so I guess Tested is very, well, I don't like Adam Savage as much as I used to. Alright, let's go look at Pete's links. And Bob said something was on sale. Oh yeah, the Bodie LL is on sale for something. How much is it, Pete? I thought the price was different. Is it cheaper when you add it to cart? Is that what you said? So add it to cart. Yeah, it's $100. So that's a no-brainer. I don't think that had anything to do with the Hacksmith guy, Pete. I'm pretty sure that was Tested. Tested is a whole, like, they have their own, like, channel and stuff, like, so the Adam Savage Network, that Tested thing, they have their own, like, I don't know, they have their own channel and stuff. It's weird. So I'm not surprised that they hit us with the copyright, but good morning, Dwayne. But the Hacksmith guys shouldn't have their Kickstarter had nothing to do with that. And Hacksmith is a pretty cool company. From what I know about them. It's called the Smith Blade. And you can also get it from their hacksmith.store website. I'm going to throw that in the links channel. Oh, it's cool, Pete. Some people are really serious like that. Like they'll boycott a product. That thing does look pretty cool. It looks a lot more usable in an everyday scenario than that big Leatherman, except, you know, I keep my Leatherman in my car. But as far as being in your pocket, being able to have the crank down with the level and ruler and those bits and the pry bar and the blade and the wire strippers and the protractor for angles, like all that stuff's pretty cool. I didn't know, I got a message on my OBS that says we have temporarily paused your stream due to something, copyright something. I don't know what it looked like on y'all's end. I have no clue. What did it show on y'all's side of the screen? I don't know. I don't have any clue what y'all saw. Let me holster my weapon. But it did come with a little, it came with the little bag and everything. Like, it's good to go. Oh, and what I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, John. Policy violations? Oh, wow. Oh, well. Yeah, I use my pliers on my multi-tool too, but all those other things I would use on a knife. Like, I've needed a level sometimes, and I've needed, like, that bit driver is pretty nice to be able to keep Torx bits in there, like in your pocket knife. You can use your own pocket knife to work on your own pocket knife. It's pretty cool. I need to figure out what that strike, I mean, what it means. I don't think it means much, but I guess we'll see after the video, and then I'll know. I don't have any strikes. The one I had for showing Jed was the only strike I had, and it ran out July 1st, I believe. I had to wait 90 days without getting another strike. So luckily it just ran out, or it was in July sometime. So that strike got dropped off, so I'm fresh to start again. So I might have another 90-day like probation term. Yeah, John, if I ever find one, I'll definitely let you know. My buddy messaged me this morning that might have one of those Warlord, the Marfione Warhound. Do you want one of those? If I can get you one of those for pretty cheap, because I was checking in with a buddy that might have one of those. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to go over this morning. Okay, John. Oh, I wanted to see how this little thing compares to a Factor, if it's the same size. So where are my Factors? So no, it is smaller. Oh, what was the second link? Was it in the links channel? I thought I looked at both of them, sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, the Azusa. Yeah, I talked about that not long ago. He's supposed to be sending me a prototype of this. But it's the new knife that he's got coming out. And he's got a combo where you get a free cochise, I believe. I meant to mention this to y'all. I knew about this like a couple of days ago. But this is the Eldorado. And I showed y'all the sketches when he sent me the picture on Instagram. Or I showed you him holding one in front of a... what was it? In front of a Tesla? Yeah, a Cybertruck. It was 3 weeks ago or something. I showed y'all a picture of that. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Save image. Save. Drag it to Firefox. So he sent me this picture a few weeks ago and I showed it to y'all. And he said that wasn't his Cybertruck, so don't. But yeah, he showed us that a few weeks ago. And I told y'all he said I thought it was going to be a Kickstarter. And he said he wasn't going to do Kickstarter anymore, so I guess it's just a pre-order. But when you buy this for $97.50, oh, it's in Vanex steel too. I forgot to mention that, and we talked about that because we were talking about how good it was of a deal for $100. Because I think in my message with him, yeah, the version that KC had was the one we talked about. He was going to send me that one, but I told him I wanted a different one. Yeah, we talked about all that, Pete. You were probably busy in a meeting or something. But when I talked to him, I said, he said, I'm hoping for like a $90 pre-order, then up to $95 to $100 is what he told us back then. So I guess, he said, I think sub 100 is the way to go. Knives are getting pricey. So I guess he had to bump it up to like $97.50. But Vanex for under $100 is great. All right. Back to here. I was comparing the shapes here. So yeah, that utility one is smaller, but it's looks pretty much the same. Yeah, like I said, it's got great action. Oh no, you're fine, Pete. I don't mind looking at it again. We'll look at it again. He's supposed to be sending me one though. Hopefully I get it before everybody else does. I think it's a good size though, and it repeats all the good lines. I like how the line of the size kind of lines up there perfectly. Well, we just had a fade on the light balance. Kind of weird. All right. Let's see what's next. Oh yeah, I wanted to go through these and see if there's any of these that y'all might want. So I've still got all these bundles that I didn't sell. I've got 3 budget knife bundles. Oh, that's what I said. Oh, you talking about the one he's selling, you're not talking about this. This has an awesome grip because of that first finger there. But are you talking about the Eldorado? But this feels great. Like, I love that little thing right there that keeps you from getting on that razor blade. Yeah, this feels good. I'm not sure which knife you're talking about. Oh, yeah. The handle looks too thin. Yeah, now I see what you're saying. But if any of y'all want any of these bundles, I'll hook you up. But these are those knives that I showed y'all the pictures of the other day. I've got I put them in all these towels so they wouldn't touch each other and get damaged, but kind of ridiculous. But I've got a bunch of knives here that are nice knives. I've got the model numbers and basic prices written on them. These are Ifengro and Sativian ones, though, that are basically brand new. And I kind of put them together in bundles that kind of, they're 5-knife bundles where you got a little bit different of each one, each style. And these are the colors, these are the dye colors, like the blue and the green I did. So that's one of the bundles. Just thought I'd throw these out here real quick. I need to do something with them. They've been laying in a bag here forever. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, I can keep it to look at the regular clock now. Since I had to stop the stream and restart it, it shows I've only been going for 15 minutes, so that's kind of confusing. Y'all bring up anything else you want to talk about while I'm getting these out, too. This is a cool knife. This one, there's a few different brands that sell this one. This is an orange that I did. But some of these knives are great knives. Like, these were all the best of value knives. I mean, most of these were like best value knives for under, you know, 40 bucks, under 50 bucks. I pulled one out of this one, it looks like. They're supposed to be 5-knife bundles. And I don't mind making you a bundle with 4 or 5 knives for cheap. But what I'm doing with these, with the price of these, whatever I paid, they're exactly half. They've never been used or carried. But I'm charging, yeah, these would make great giveaways. I'm charging half, whatever half price is on them. And some of these are super cool. This one is full titanium. This one's got an awesome texture that I was going to dye and make a cool, it's got a cool blade shape too. This is a cool blue one I did with a little heartbeat line on it with the black blade. And then this is another one of those stainless steel ones. But I've got all these that just don't, they need to go somewhere. I guess I need to do a giveaway if I don't sell them for cheap. They'd be a good starter pack for somebody though, a few of them. I like this one. Out of these that are left, I like this one. I like that one. I like this one. I love this one. I've got a couple, or no, this is a different one. I don't like that one because of that hook. I like this titanium Ifengro. It's got great action on it too. Yeah, I've got all the Ifengro titanium ones, the big ones, John. I've got like 11 or 13 of those. I've got every one they make. I've shown them before. The 900 series are most of the big titanium ones. But yeah, I've got all those. That's what I started collecting, was all these Epengro and Sativians. All right. Oh, it's a G10 Hawkbill. I might have had it. I sold a couple of the bundles. Oh, I had one that was crazy that I sold to a guy. Can't remember what it was. Let me see. Show. You know the number of it? I'll tell you if I had it. Let's see. Amazon. Epengro. Hawkbill. So they won't have that blade shape listed, so Epengro D2 folding. I had one of those. I sold that. I had Jed bought quite a few of them. Yeah, I don't see, I don't know if it's D2 or not, but I had a crazy one that I sold to a guy that he wanted. He saw it out of the bundles and he just wanted me to pull it out and sell it to him. And it was like curved. It was a crazy looking. It might have been that Hawkbill one. There's one interesting. Fixed blade. Oh, it's one you can't find on Amazon anymore? Okay. EF 935. EF 935. Is that it?
Hey there, Nuggets and Flakes. Rusty Miner coming at you at the EF, it's Epengro, EF 935. Got G10 handles with, they're kind of smooth with some, you know, milling or some texture there. Got a lanyard hole. This one does have more of your standard Torx liners. Excellent pocket clip on this one. Really surprised me. I'm enjoying using this one. Anodized pivots. No jimping on the flipper tab. Sometimes it's hard to get that bit of lean, and sometimes, I mean, it's got a good detent. Sometimes it's hard to get that thing.
Is that it, John?
To fire out, but we'll take a look at this. Advertised as D2 steel. Got what they call a hawk bill shaped blade, maybe a claw.
Not that one. All right. The EF 933. I've got one of those. That's not it. EF 935. EF 936. I've got that one. That one's on the table. Hold on. Honey Badger. I don't know why. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, let's see what AI mode gives us. I don't ever use this thing. Potential variations. EF 963 maybe? Y'all give me something else to look at. No, that's not it. Yeah, I didn't think the AI mode would work good. I don't know, man. We'll have to find that one at some other time. Oh, wait. Stabby Joe. There it is. I guarantee you that's it. It's got to be it. It looks like your style. Is that it, Mr. JT? Did I find it? I guess we'll know 30 seconds from now. That is the one. I kind of had a feeling it was. Doesn't take me long to find a knife if I'm really serious. ZF over. Yeah, that's a weird one. It's got a weird number too. I don't think that's the real number, but it shows they're still available in black and orange at stabbyjoe.com. So if you want to buy one, I'll put the links in the links channel. You might want to check out that website. Before you purchase from there, but I've not heard of Stabby Joe. I have no idea, John. I put the link there just to show you that I'm buy at your own risk. Let me see if that model number actually shows up, the EA01. You buy Lebanon. See, I don't think they have an EA number. That's what's weird. Stabby Joe is the only one showing that. I got it. I know how we'll find it. Let me bring this picture up. Open a new tab. Copy this link. Go over to Chrome. Paste that link. Bring up that picture. Use Google Lens. Draw around this image. And find it other places. Alright, so the only other places it's available are a bunch of foreign sites, because it's an older knife. And I guarantee it's not that EA number. Let me see if this You Buy Australia has a better number on it. It asked me if it thought I was in Australia, and it gave me a warning to that website. That's pretty wild. Give me just a second. We're looking at let me go back here. I'm in my other browser trying to bring this up. Yeah, there's another brand. See, Grow produces knives and other people stick their name on it. But this knife came up under a different brand. So here's another version of it that you can get. It's called the it's called the CCANKUCO2. So you might still be able to find that one somewhere. That company's a legit company because they have some fixed blades. And it looks like they got a karambit. A few karambits. I don't see that actual knife. It's probably sold out. Oh well, I'll find it. I'll run across one. You watch. Synchronicity's crazy. I mean, how about the fact that we were just talking about rad knives yesterday, and then Transparent Knives is talking about it today? Like, that's pretty wild. YouTube video, I mean, Synchronicity's wild. Like, I can't believe that company, which hadn't been talked about forever, I don't think, came up in a video today. What else are we going to look at today? What do y'all got on your minds? Yeah, good catch, Bob. Thank you for filling me in on him talking about that. And we always like a little bit of Instagram drama. But I will have to say, as much as I like the guy from Transparent Knives, I'm a little bit like Ed. He does whine a little bit. But I like the guy. He seems to do good work, and I'm not going to talk bad about him. And I guess we all whine at times, but I don't know. He seems a little whiny sometimes. Good morning, Mr. William, by the way. Some of these knives, man, are great, though. Like, for beater knives, I mean, this one was a $25 knife. And you can't beat some of these knives for the price and the shape and the size and how big they are. Some of these are great, and the action's great on most all of them. That one's kind of cool. Uh-oh, little double clutch. Yeah, there's that one that was in that picture a minute ago. Weird one. That one's not the best action. That one's good. And these are really good. Like, these just drop. And I like this one. This is a good little CEO type knife. Good style. All right, let me finish putting these up. I don't know what I did with the... Aha. Yeah, Ed, I haven't been around to see him that much. I don't know that much about him. Seems like you've seen him complain and whine a bunch, huh? I believe, not trying to throw shade at dude, but I believe he lives at home and takes care of his parents and lives in or works in the garage, which is all fine and dandy. Nothing against that. But I guess he's a family guy. Like I said, I like his work. I wish he did work on some other knives other than the only ones he does work on. But I guess you got to focus on something, or you'll get too spread out and be doing every knife on the planet. Neurogum. Is that something Elon Musk made? Be careful, Ed. I don't want you to have like that stuff. What's that movie about that stuff that people take and it makes them have not superpowers, but be able to conquer the world. Alright, I got all those bags back up for now. If y'all need any knives for any friends or whatever, like want to get a knife for somebody for cheap, hit me up on these. And I will hook you up. Yeah, Limitless. Thank you, Andrew. Couldn't think of that movie name. That movie was pretty wild. Are you taking the Limitless gum, Ed? Don't eat the Limitless gum, Ed. I don't want to see you on that stuff. You're already wild enough. Been a good knife week. Can't complain. It seems like there's a lot of good knife weeks. And then one week comes in and turns into the next week, which is another good knife week. And then we end up getting something that, you know, can't live without, like this thing. Just the crown jewel of the whole. Neuro gum. Oh, I don't know anything about that show, William. I couldn't tell you what is that show. I don't even know about that show. So you did order the yeah, this Zon is something else. That's why I carried it again last night. And this hollow ground blade, man, is nice. It is super slicey. And the lock bar access and the action on this thing is just sick. Like it just, I don't know if you can tell how smooth that is, but this is definitely one of those knives that putting skiffs on it wouldn't help a thing. Because it just drops. You sent money, Pete. Well, alrighty then. I appreciate you sending money. No. You cannot reverse flick it because, like I said, these thumb studs aren't really thumb studs. They're blade stop. They're made to be the blade stop. And they sit too close to the scales on the. You can't get. It's right against the scales. You can regular flick it, but you can't reverse flick it. But it's such a nice knife, and the flipper tab is so little. Some of the clones for the bug outs work. Some of the scales. What you need to buy is one of these, William. The chopped mini bug out. Check out how cool that little thing is. This is a clone of the chopped mini bug out. Yeah, my hamster wasn't hard to tune. It's just the blade. You have to tighten that pivot as tight as you can get it, and the blade still just wants to drop. I didn't have to tune mine at all as far as like lockup or anything. But you have to get that pivot super tight. There we go. Now it's perfect. You have to like really crank it on down to where it doesn't just fall on you. Now it just hydraulically shuts. Perfect. D10 on mine's great. Lockup's good. Perfect. What else we're going to talk about knife related today? Ow, 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 I got a cramp. You got a Kaiser October? I got one of those. I got a mini October too. There's a super cool milling on a knife. This is a super cool knife too. This is a big boy knife. Big boy winter blade. Milling super cool on this one though. But I think this big boy is probably my favorite because it's got the double lock. It's got the little Snex lock up here. You can get your finger in. You kind of have to use your fingernail. But this thing is a fidget monster. And I wish the choil on it, I don't know, was a little different. Oh, no problem, Pete. These winter blades are something else as far as fidget goes. What is today? Saturday? Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell y'all, kind of important. I am cool in here this morning. I didn't mention that. So yesterday, before the stream yesterday morning, I cut off the AC because I didn't want it to be making noise, and I knew it wasn't going to be putting out anything cool anyway. And then after the stream, I went out there to start taking some tape some tape around the little boot that goes out beside the AC unit. So I had put some white Gorilla Tape around on the outside so it would seal it up really good. So I went and pulled all that off. And then I came inside to do the inside parts. And when I was outside, I saw a bunch of water dripping out of the AC. And I was like, wait a minute. This thing's been off for 3 hours. why is water dripping out of it? So then my deductive reasoning skills kicked in, and I said, oh my God, I bet this thing was frozen up. So I went back inside, turned it on, and it started blowing cold air again, perfectly fine. So the only issue was we had a couple of cold days, and I guess I left it on out here during the night, and somehow it got frozen up. And I didn't even think to check that because of how I've been talking about it's going to go out any day now for a while. So I just figured it finally happened. But I bought a whole brand new AC, and this one works still. So I'm going to put that other one up and just keep running this one until it dies. Like, why not? And I've got a backup. I mean, it's not like I don't have central heat and air in the house. Like, I don't... not out here except to smoke and whatever, so not a big deal. But yeah, it's cold in here. I came back in here yesterday afternoon, it was 68 degrees, and I was like, whoa. Oh, thank you, Knives Are Life. I appreciate you fixing that for me. Something else random I bought on that my Vipon site the other day for my gal material was a cordless electric scissors. And then I took it out of the box and I felt how heavy it was. And I was like, she's never going to use these. Like, why would... I mean, unless you're cutting 100 yards of material, this thing is kind of bulky and heavy. But it's a rechargeable electric scissors. I got it for like $8 on that My Vipon site. This is the kind of stuff I buy from that stupid site just because it's cheap. But it does work. Like, here's a bunch of paper. Here's a doubled up 4 pieces of paper. And it does work. But it's a random thing that I'm just going to send back to Amazon, because even for $8 I don't need it, and she ain't going to use it. It's too heavy. Too big and heavy. Came with a case and everything, though. But that My Vipon site will lead you down a path of destruction if you're a compulsive buyer like I am. But I am really happy I got those 2 video cameras for $15. I set one of them up randomly in the house. And if you've got a crazy girlfriend, you can put it in your living room and always have proof that she's the crazy one if something ever happens. Oh, are those electric things supposed to cut cardboard easy? I hadn't even tried it on cardboard. It looks like a pizza cut. No, it's got one of those, you know, like material roller cutter things, like you use on those pads. Let's see if it cuts cardboard. I've always got some cardboard boxes laying around. Here's a big piece of cardboard. I built a box the other day to ship the giveaway stuff because that fixed blade wouldn't fit in a regular knife box because it was long, so I built a custom box. I think I did a pretty good job on it, actually, but here's a big piece of Amazon cardboard. Let's see how this thing goes through it. It does cut it pretty good. It doesn't feel like I'm not having to put much pressure. Yeah, it works. I guess this is cutting related, so that's kind of like a knife related topic. Y'all ever watch Louis Rossman? You know who Louis Rossman is? He's the right to repair guy. What William just said made me think of it. He's a pretty cool guy. Let me give you all an app to get. So you know how you got to get YouTube Red or pay for their service to listen to like stuff in the background or with your screen off on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever listened to music or podcast on YouTube, but you have to pay for YouTube Premium or YouTube Red or something. Well, I believe Louis Rossman developed this app called GrayJ, and it is an open source app that lets you combine all your video media places like YouTube, Twitch, all the different places, and put them all in one place. And then it gives you the ability to listen to everything in the background or download it all. So GrayJ is the app to get. It is open source, and like, let's just say if I go to a podcast like Kill Tony. So like, if you're watching a video, so it does YouTube stuff, Twitch stuff, it's all free, and it gives you all the download options. See right here, it says download. Whoops, sorry. So let me turn down the volume. But you know how YouTube, when you turn off the screen, it stops? Well, this app doesn't. So you can listen to music or podcasts with the screen off. It's also got all the functions like download, background, like all kinds of cool stuff. But it's called GrayJ. And it's one he created because he's for the right to repair. So he's also wants to help people. But check out all the sources that you can add to this thing. So the sources you can add, so I've got Twitch and YouTube added, but you can add Spotify, Odyssey, Kick, Nebula, BitChute, Paragon, SoundCloud, Rumble, Apple Podcast. Is it for Android only? Yeah, I didn't know if it was or not. Well, sorry about that. But if you got an Android, it's an awesome app. I didn't know if he made it for iPhones too. I don't know, but GrayJ is the name of it. GRAY. You should go to grayj.com, I guess. I just went to grayj.com. No, that's not it. GrayJ app. Follow creators, not platforms. So you can add your favorite creator and then watch them on all the platforms. Anyway, I don't know, but it's free. Download for Android. Yep, that's it. Well, all right, guys. Hope y'all have a great Saturday. Got a pocket check from Bones Collector. Before we go, anybody else wants to throw a pocket check in the Discord, I'll show him real quick. He's got a Shaman and his PT Plus or PT3 or PT something. 15V. Or is that a full size? Is that like mine? That might be a bigger one. So there's his pocket check. There's my pocket check last night. Death Blossom's pocket check. He had a Tucson and a Migaron. TS-129 and a Moyarl. This is how it looks in hand. Sure y'all saw that on video. Here's me when I went hiking yesterday in the mountains. These pictures turned out really good though, the way they're sitting on the rock. It looks almost real. And there's the marks on that stupid knife. Great knife, stupid marks. That little thing's cool. Mr. Whalen posted some of his knives yesterday, and his little knife hanging on the wall knife holder, or on the door or whatever, or a little case, like a hanging case. Some of his new acquisitions. And then JT just showing off. Yeah, y'all hit the thumbs up before you leave. JT showing off that heat. 2 Ferrum Forges. Man. Some heaters. Guess Pete just showed a pocket check at the dog park. Got his beautiful knives. Yeah, there's that one you're talking about. You've been using it since you got it, huh? That what's the name of that brand again? William, we already discussed that. Yeah. It's because of the eutectic. Yeah. Eutectic. Yeah, it looks comfortable. It's because of the handle material and the blade steel. And one of them is a little underpriced and the other one is a little overpriced. So the $38 one should be $50 and the $100 one should be $80. So they dropped the price on one of them and raised the price on the other one. That's about it. Eutectic. Why does that word eutectic remind me of something else? I'm thinking maybe there's a... What are those? Eutectic. Yeah, it's eutectic. That's what I said. Eutectic. But it reminds me of... What are those... what's the erector set called in the UK? That's a random thought, but erector set in the UK. It's called something else in the UK. Oh, it's Meccano. So I don't know where eutectic came from. Yeah, I know the techniques, eutectic, but there's something else eutectic. Eidetic memory. He said connects. No, it's Meccano. Is what they're called in the UK. Or Meccano or Meccano. We didn't have that over here. I don't believe. But Meccano is what they had over there. and you can build some crazy stuff with that stuff. It's like erector sets on steroids in the UK, but you can build crazy motorized stuff. That's the name of the word. It's been around since 1913. A similar construction set called erector was introduced in the United States. 1898 is how old Meccano. Yeah, pretty crazy. But see, you can build, but it looks like erector set back in the days, they were all metal. But the kids in the UK they had a whole better system than we did. Like, look at that Mack truck, or look at that truck. Pretty crazy. Some of the stuff they can build compared to what our little erector sets were. If you've never heard of Meccano, now maybe you're addicted. But you can get this 25-in-1 supercar. Yeah, they have some crazy stuff. So you never know what you're going to learn on my stupid live videos. Eutectic. Yeah, what is that? What is that? G-Man Black? Is that something else? What is eutectic? Spelled that way. Maybe it's just a word. Yeah, the eutectic system. What is this? Yeah, it's science. I knew there was something about it that I knew. Eutectic. Thank you, G-Man. That's what I was thinking of. Non-eutectic compositions. Yeah, alloy. Yeah. That's where I've heard it before. Because I've got a degree in electronics engineering, and I should have known that. Because it has to do with the NEMA eutectic for pumps and fans, and soldering, eutectic alloys for soldering. So that's what I was confused about it. I knew I'd heard the word before, but I guess they added a K and it threw me off. Well, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up before you leave. We had 20 yesterday. That was one of the highest days. I need to start remembering to say it about in the middle of the video, because I know y'all don't mind doing it. Not a big deal, but it just helps us get new people in here, and it's always fun meeting new people. Trying to grow and talk to more people, so don't forget, if you want one of those Bodie LL knives for $100, that's a great Bridgeport knife. Oh, one last bargain on Arizona Custom Knives. Let me show y'all this before we head out. On Arizona Custom Knives, they've got a sale on the tactile bear. I'm not going to say it wrong again. The tactile bear for $135. I don't know where that link is. Yeah, right here. So they have the MagnaCut Bear was on sale, and now it's sold out. But earlier this morning, they had a bunch of them, and you could put how many you wanted to buy. They had a quantity number, which is kind of weird. I should have told y'all about that earlier. I forgot. But you could have grabbed one of those for $135. Sever, have a good day, sir. I thought you said it tasted like poo-poo. Now it tastes okay? Make up your mind, Ed. Sever, thank you, sir. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate y'all. I could have sworn right up there above you said it tasted like poo-poo. Now it went from tasting like poo-poo to tasting good again? That's special gum. Clears your nose. How are you chewing this gum, Ed? You're not supposed to chew with your nose. Just joking. By the way, Ed's selling some knives, so y'all go check out his Flickr album, and if you see anything you like, hit him up on the Discord and see if he wants to sell it to you. If you're like me, you'll pick knives that he doesn't want to get rid of or that he sold 2 years ago. And my suggestion, if you go to his Flickr, is start at the last page and work backwards, because some of the other ones are from like 2016. So yeah, start at the last page and work backwards, and you'll find knives he's more likely to get rid of. I'm gonna put this concealed carry automatic gun in my pocket and let it stick out 3 inches so I catch it on everything that I walk by today until it falls out of my pocket and springs open and scares somebody. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great Saturday. We'll be here again tomorrow to do it all over again. I love hanging out with y'all in the mornings, and I appreciate y'all.